Get the council meeting started. Can I have the statement of compliance with the Open Public Meetings Act?
In accordance with the Open Public Meeting Act, adequate notice of this meeting, given the time, date, and information for access in this public meeting, was advertised in the Record and the Herald newspapers on February 18th, 2024, was posted on the bulletin board located on the first floor of the municipal building, was filed in the office of the municipal clerk, and was posted on the borough's website.
Roll call.
Councilmember Salinas?
Here.
Councilmember Kraus?
Here.
Deputy Mayor Reinitz?
Here.
Deputy Mayor Catrone?
Here.
Mayor Rottenstreich?
Here.
And Mayor also in attendance is Borough Manager Peluso, Acting Borough Attorney Plasek, and Municipal Clerk Magarelli.
Flag salute. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Number 5, we have the swearing in of police officers. Can the council please join me in the well?
Yeah.
So, thank you for joining us tonight. First, we have Patrick here. Patrick is a brand new recruit for us, and we're very excited to have him and for his future. And right after that is Vincent. Vincent Messina has been with us for about 11 years, started as a Class 1 and worked as a dispatcher for many years, so this is a natural progression for him. So, on behalf of Chief Cowles and the rest of the force, A, welcome, and B, we'd like to wish you a safe, happy, healthy, and safe career. So, without further ado.
Thank you. Do you have someone who you'd like to hold the Bible for you? Is your family here? Sure. Please raise your right hand. I, Patrick Jablanowski,
I, Patrick Jablanowski,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
and that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same
and that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same,
and to the governments established in the United States
and to the governments established in the United States
and in this state
and in this state
under the authority of the people.
under the authority of the people.
I further do solemnly swear
I further do solemnly swear
that I will faithfully, impartially, and justly perform
that I will faithfully, impartially, and justly perform
all duties of a police officer
all duties of a police officer
for the Fair Lawn Police Department
for the Fair Lawn Police Department
and to the Borough of Fair Lawn
and to the Borough of Fair Lawn
in the County of Bergen
and the County of Bergen
in the State of New Jersey
and the State of New Jersey
according to the best of my ability.
according to the best of my ability.
Congratulations.
There you go. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, maybe I got swearing 73.
Might need the wine lens.
Yeah, extra wide. Hey, you know, some people on the other side. Yeah, yeah.
Come in. A bit time.
Could you go on the other side? Oh, okay. I don't know. All right. You guys want to go first, and then I'll. Ready, 1, 2, 3. And 1, 2, 3. Alrighty.
So family, can we have the fan club now?
Here you go. He's going Route 20. And say cuz. All right. A small family, man.
Okay, great. I, Vincent Messina,
I, Vincent Messina,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the state of New Jersey,
and the state of New Jersey,
and that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same
and I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same
and to the governments established in the United States
and the governments established in the United States
and in this state under the authority of the people.
and in this state under the authority of the people.
I further do solemnly swear
I further do solemnly swear
that I will faithfully,
that I will faithfully,
impartially,
impartially,
and justly perform
and justly perform
all the duties of a police officer
all the duties of the police officer
for the Fair Lawn Police Department
for the Fair Lawn Police Department
and to the Borough of Fair Lawn
to the Borough of Fair Lawn
in the County of Bergen
in the County of Bergen,
in the state of New Jersey
the state of New Jersey,
to the best of my ability.
to the best of my ability.
Congratulations.
Okay.
Thought you were gonna get out of it. Kind of hold it over your head.
Yeah, no problem. Yeah, not a problem, no worry.
It's Mike's badge. Don't you know it?
It's been 16 years.
It's not 11:49 now, is it? There you go. 1, 2, 3. Let's see. And 1, 2, 3. All righty, thank you.
What happened to my keys? Did you pick up my keys?
Yeah, put them on the. Mike's got them. We can leave. You don't have to stay.
Thank you.
Next, we have a proclamation for International Overdose Awareness Day. Okay. Whereas International Overdose Awareness Day aims to raise awareness of overdose, reduce the stigma surrounding drug-related deaths, and remember those who have died or suffered permanent injury due to drug overdose. And whereas some survive but suffer a permanent injury with devastating impact to their families and friends. And whereas the Borough of Fair Lawn is not immune and is not an invisible issue, with most people having personal experience with it or having seen it happen around them. And whereas International Overdose Awareness Day spreads the message that the tragedy of overdose death is preventable, now, therefore, the Borough Council and I, Gail Rottenstreich, Mayor of Fair Lawn, County of Bergen, State of New Jersey, do hereby proclaim Saturday, August 31st, 2024, International Overdose Awareness Day, to bring awareness to the residents of Fair Lawn and acknowledge the grief felt by families and friends remembering those who have died or had a permanent injury as a result of a drug overdose. Carol, would you like to come up to receive the proclamation? Would you like to say a few words?
Thank you very much. The Alliance for Substance Abuse Prevention Committee is doing a lot to try to get the word out to the public. And so when you see a lot of purple flags that are going to be on the municipal properties in Fair Lawn come the beginning of September, we're going to be getting the word out because we want to acknowledge all those families that are having a hardship and have had to undergo such a severe, unpleasant experience of losing loved ones to overdose. So we want to get the word out that there is help available, and we're really promoting that. So we need to get the word out to the public. Anything that anybody can do about trying to help friends, family, to get the help that they need is greatly appreciated. Thank you, and thank you for the proclamation to the council.
Sure.
Ready? 1, 2, 3. And 1, 2, 3. Thank you.
Thank you.
Please, thank you.
Number 7, council comments. Councilmember Salinas.
Excuse me. Thank you, Mayor. Good evening, everybody. I know this is a tough day for my fellow members on the council as we lost a significant member of our community, Marv Diner, and although I had the pleasure of only knowing him for a short time, he left quite an impact, and he will be dearly missed. I know that I missed the last meeting, and since then a lot has gone on. I'd like to start by thanking all of our first responders for their tremendous job that they did at managing the horrific fire last month on Fair Lawn Ave. Thankfully, everybody was safe. I want to acknowledge the outpouring of support in the Fair Lawn community from our mayor, to everyone at the borough helping expedite permits, to Ryan Greff of Fair Lawn Main Street providing resources, and especially all of the neighborhood fundraisers. I was able to visit some of our youngest residents who came together to sell cookies and crafts, and seeing that just warmed my heart. It really speaks volumes to the dedication we have to lending a helping hand to our neighbor. I'd also like to thank the members of the Fair Lawn Community Garden for their generous contributions to the Fair Lawn Pantry. Thanks to them, a wider range of healthy homegrown fruits and vegetables were provided. Also, going back to Main Street, I don't know if how many of you have had the opportunity to drive along Broadway, but the Broadway station, I encourage you all to go look at the murals that are there. They are absolutely beautiful on both sides. It's really exciting to drive past and see the beautiful artwork. And it makes such a difference, and it is such a warm welcome coming into Fair Lawn, crossing through that area. And as the summer is coming to a close, I want to thank the Parks and Rec team for another successful pool season, Scooter Young for the programming, and I know we have another concert coming up this Sunday at Memorial Park that I am excited to go to at 8 p.m. It's the Ladies of the 80s tribute band, which I plan on attending. And some of the things I'm looking forward to in the next month are Art in the Park on September 15th at Burdan Grove Park. There'll be over 60 art vendors, food trucks. The mobile band shell will be there with music all day, DJ and performers. The youth gallery, which is exciting as well. I want to thank the Public Works Department. I know that there was an additional pickup of waste this summer, and it's very helpful. And closing, I want to wish everybody an enjoyable last few weeks of the summer and best of luck on back to school week. I know I personally will be a bit emotional as my youngest is starting kindergarten, so not looking forward to that, but I know she's in good hands, so thank you.
Thank you. Councilmember Kraus.
Good evening, Mayor. So first I want to issue my congratulations to both of our new police officers, and I'd like to wish Patrick and Vincent successful and safe careers in our community. And I'd also like to take the time to thank Carol Wagner for coming out and continuing to advocate for overdose awareness. I know when I first got on the council, I was the liaison to the Alliance Against Substance Abuse, and that's an issue that we continue to grapple with as a society. I know that sometimes after some of the events, I reached out to some of the people I've known in my life who struggled with addiction and thankfully are still here, just to let them know how proud I was of them for that. It's something that they'll deal with for the rest of their lives. I think we've all known people that we've lost, sadly, way too young to their battles with addiction. So if there is anything you can do to help spread the word about Overdose Addiction Month, please do, and please let the people in your life who are surviving their battles with addiction, let them know how proud you are of them. I would like to thank all of our first responders for their efforts to contain the fire that had occurred at Fairlawn Ave in Chandler. Fortunately, some of the businesses that were affected have been able to set up some temporary operations, while others are asking for help via GoFundMe. Many of those businesses that were affected have been longstanding supporters of our community and our community events, youth organizations, things of that nature, and Fairlawn has always been at its best when we are helping those who are in need. So please check out, check out social media. There's various posts about whether the businesses are looking for GoFundMe help or if they have some temporary accommodations that you can patronize in their time of need. And on that last note, I did want to talk about someone who was always looking out for people in need, someone who was giving more time in the day than I knew a person had to volunteer his time, that we sadly lost on Sunday, and that was Marvin Diner. Marvin, I only had the pleasure of knowing him really well for the last 5 years. So to Anna, to his children, Leslie and Jeffrey, the Knights of Pythias that he was very much involved with, and to the many, many people whose lives were impacted by him, I just wanted to say, how much I was impacted getting to know him. Marv not only dedicated his time to helping me out and really helping all of us out in our efforts to get on the council, but also he was involved with all sorts of charitable events through the Knights of Pythias. And the thing that always struck me about Marv was not just the sheer amount of his efforts, which were commendable on their own, but the warmth with which he did it the fact that he did it without the slightest hint of ego or self-calculation. I will always remember him as the kind of person who could give me a compliment that I didn't even know I needed, but one that I would never forget. And I think even though I only got to know him for the last 5 years, his example of selflessness, dependability, and kindness are something that I'll strive to emulate for the rest of my life. And that's all I have. Thank you, Mayor.
Thank you, Councilmember. Deputy Mayor Reinetz.
Thank you, Mayor. I also would like to congratulate our newest police officers. I think it's important to note that both of them come from Fairlawn and are both grew up in Fairlawn. And I think in this day and age, it's really important that we continue to have people who grow up here and want to come back and serve our residents and serve our community. I also wanted to echo what Councilman Kraus said about opioid addiction and overdose prevention. As the liaison for the Substance Abuse Alliance that Carol Wagner mentioned, it's an issue that our town has taken very seriously, and will continue to do whatever we can to provide resources, education, and information to our residents to make sure that we're at the forefront of combating opioid addiction as well as substance abuse in general. I also wanted to commend our first responders for their response to the fire. You know, it's not easy, you know, especially our first responders are a volunteer group. That fire happened in the middle of the night, so they were awoken by loud tones in their house, probably while they were all asleep. And at that point, they had to make a decision whether to ignore the tones or to risk their lives to try to protect Fairlawn. And the turnout was incredible. And the fact that they were able to stop that fire and knock it down without any injury to any person, and without any, and with the ability to rebuild that building, I think speaks volumes to all our volunteer services as well as our police department. I know Assistant Chief Ralph Ronaldo was in command at the time, and did a great job of ensuring our firefighters were out of the building and able to fight the fire from outside, keeping everyone safe. So thank you, Chief Ronaldo, and thank you to everyone that was involved. I also want to recognize our DPW. You know, the last couple weeks we've had some very significant storms that have caused damage all over, and the ability to react to those storms and help our residents with flooding, down trees, power lines, and things like that. Our DPW has done a tremendous job and deserve praise, as does the manager and our OEM director, for making sure that we're at the forefront of solving those issues. I also want to direct everybody, we've put out links to all the GoFundMes for all the various businesses in town that were affected by the fire. The borough has put out the official ones. I would caution you to make sure, if you're going to give, that you give to the official GoFundMes that were set up. If you have any questions, you can reach out to the borough manager's office and they'll be happy to direct you. I also really wanted to thank all the businesses in town who have been accommodating to our businesses that were impacted. Specifically, Flynn's Barbershop has reopened on River Road due to the generosity of another business in town. And fostering that type of community through our Main Street program and our SIDS and our chamber and just our business community, I think really is something that we should be proud of and continue to foster as we go forward. And finally, as others have brought up, it's been a really difficult year for Fair Lawn in terms of people that we've lost. Just in the last couple months, we've lost 3 men who were just tremendous parts of our community, in Fred Levitan, Nick Magarelli, and now Marv Diner. And the one thing that I think really binds the 3 of them together is just their kindness and their volunteer spirit. Marv was the kind of guy who was the first person to arrive at everything and always the last to leave. Never complained about putting in the extra time, never complained about putting in the extra work. Wasn't always happy if you wanted cheese on your burger, but other than that, he was generally one of the happiest guys you ever meet. In talking to Ashley Luther during our work session, so I've known Marv almost a decade, and I didn't know how involved he was in supporting our food pantry. And Ashley said that whenever there was issues with the food pantry, Marv was always at the forefront of coordinating donations and facilitating the Knights of Pythians to help our food pantry. And that's all over the place. He did that for the Knights, he did that for the Fair Lawn Democrats, and so many other organizations that he cared about. And then, Marv was just a unique man who brought a lot of joy to a lot of people, and he will certainly be missed. In reflecting on Marv today during the funeral, the word that kept coming into my, Marv always reminded me of my grandfather, and that he was a very wise and gentle person, and that you rarely saw him in a bad mood. And Marv always found a way to sort of lighten the mood and was always there for you when you needed it, and always wanted to spend time together. And the word that kept coming to me was an old Yiddish word, mensch. And in looking up definitions of the word mensch, the best one I found was a person of integrity and honor. And the key to being a real mensch is nothing less than character, rectitude, dignity, a sense of what is right, responsible, decorous. Marv is as much a mensch as anybody I've ever met, and he will be sorely missed. Thank you, Mayor.
Thank you. Deputy Mayor Patron.
Thank you, Mayor. I'm going to be brief this evening. I do want to congratulate our new police officers and echo my colleagues' remarks on that. Wish them lots of luck and success here in Fair Lawn, and as they go through the academy. And I also want to echo my thanks to our firefighters and all of our emergency service volunteers and personnel that were involved in putting out the fire in our strip mall, and thank them for their continued service and dedication in keeping all of us safe here in Fair Lawn. I find it a little challenging to talk about anything else government related. As you've heard, this morning we had to say goodbye and lay to rest a very dear friend and a pillar of our community here in Fair Lawn. Marvin was a man who lived every day of his life in service of other people. Nothing brought him greater joy than being able to help somebody in need. And whether it was his work, as you've heard, through the Knights of Pythias, his work with the special needs community, his own family and friends, Marvin's main focus was always to give back. And there was nobody who had the privilege of meeting Marvin who wasn't immediately inspired by him. I know I certainly was, and I know all of us on this dais were. I had the honor to call Marvin my friend for almost 14 years, and in those 14 years, I was able to learn the true meaning of kindness. I found myself today looking through emails and texts, and I even have some voicemails from Marvin throughout the years, often just out of nowhere telling me he was proud of me, cheering me on, and reminding me that everything will work out for the best. He never missed an opportunity, as Josh said, to make you smile or laugh, and he always reminded all of us that choosing kindness is always the right choice. So I ask all of you tonight and beyond to help us honor Marvin's legacy by always choosing kindness. As you heard, we have 5 families that have lost their businesses in a horrible fire. I ask you to help them like Marvin would have helped them. We have families in need that utilize our food pantry regularly. I ask you to help them like Marv would have. We have homebound seniors with no local family to help them. I ask that you help them the way Marv would have helped them. Because if we can all do half the amount of good that Marvin did in his lifetime, can guarantee that this community and this world will be left in a much better place. That's all I have. Thank you, Mayor.
Thank you, Deputy Mayor Cutrone. I'm going to try not to be too repetitive. I echo everyone's sentiments. I do want to congratulate our new police officers. I appreciate them stepping up. And I did want to mention regarding opioid awareness, the importance of Narcan and of the, we have readily available, often for free, Narcan, and everyone who should have some of it around, because you don't know when you're going to encounter someone who is overdosed. As it said in the proclamation, we encounter this in the community. I have, not here in Fair Lawn, but elsewhere. So we can save a life, we can prevent an overdose, and I think it's really important to have that on your radar. I wanted to join our council members in thanking our first responders and everybody who came together after the fire. The fire was contained thanks to the tremendous response of all of our first responders, and the borough really came together. I want to thank the borough manager who was out there on the weekend looking out for the store owners, and our borough officials who were very cooperative with the property owner so that we can get the property rebuilt and get those business owners back up and running. The local businesses that stepped up. I can't say enough about Main Street and how they came in. Ryan Greff just came in, connected with the business owners, provided them with resources, connected them with the Small Business Development Center. So the local, state, federal, we had reach out from our congressman. Everybody came together, and this town came together to support the businesses. The GoFundMes have raised over $70,000, but I want to emphasize that that doesn't even begin to address the needs of the families, and their Fair Lawn families, for the most part, who are affected, continues. So if you can continue to give, that would be wonderful. And we will continue to provide help and resources for the long run. This is not an immediate problem. This is an ongoing problem, and we will be with them. Yesterday, I was on a phone call with Assemblywoman Swain and Tim Sullivan, the head of the New Jersey Economic Development Center, who emphasized again, the resources that are available, and we're going to keep emphasizing and helping them connect with those resources. So thank you, everybody, for coming together and supporting. This weekend, the Green Team had an ice cream social at Everett Park to gather community input regarding planting of trees in the park. The Green Team is planning on doing similar events in other parks in the future. I didn't know how this was going to go off. The event had to be rescheduled because of a rain date. We had, I think, 25 people registered, and we had 60 people show up. People were really interested in being part of the process of deciding how the parks are going to be utilized. It was really successful, and it was just, we had people from, we had toddlers to 90-year-olds. And everybody wanted to give their input. It was really heartwarming. It was very, very fair lawn. I finally also wanted to join my fellow council members and say a few words about Marv Diner, whose funeral every member of this council attended today, as well as the borough manager. Marvin was an engineer by a profession, but a caterer at heart. He loved to serve. He was kind, warm, funny, intelligent, and everyone who knew him was better for having known him. He was a longtime member of the Knights of Pythias, a charitable organization that's known for the tremendous amount of good work it's done for our community. He donated his time and his energy to countless other charitable organizations, as well as the Fairlawn Democratic Organization. All of us on this council owe our seats here in no small part to Marvin's dedication and commitment to our organization. We were last together with him just 2 weeks ago at our barbecue, and he was working as hard as ever, flipping burgers in the sun and worrying that there wouldn't be enough food. There was enough food because Marvin accounted for everything, including people who came to events but didn't register for them. He was always ready. He always made sure that everyone was taken care of. He brought joy to every event he organized. Most importantly, he brought love. Obviously, from what you've heard, he made us all feel loved. And there's no greater gift than someone can give you than to make you feel loved. We will never forget him. And I want to thank his good friend, Saul Rockman, with Fairlawn TV, who's recording our meeting here tonight, providing video and live stream for the public. Saul, like Marv, is someone that we love and depend on, and we have to remember all of Marv's community and show them the love. For those of you who are going to be making public comment here tonight, there's a 3-minute time limit. Please state your name. You're not required to state your address, but I would ask that tonight you give this council some grace. Thank you. Number 8, Main Street Minute, and we're going to have Main Street intern Yihan Choco Chen come and give the Main Street Minute. Welcome.
Good evening, everyone. It goes without saying that the fire on Fairlawn Avenue was a tragedy, but we, as a business community, will bounce back and actually the focus of tonight's Main Street Minute. Many energies this month have been devoted to connecting our impacted businesses with a multitude of state and federal resources. Representatives of the NJEDA have met with businesses in order to understand available state grant programs. Notably, the Small Business Improvement Grant that the NJEDA awards shall provide reimbursement for costs associated with purchasing new furniture, fixtures, and equipment. SCORE, a free business mentoring and coaching program supported by the U.S. Small Business Administration, have made available an expert in fire remediation to guide the businesses along this difficult journey. The New Jersey Small Business Development Center and the New Jersey Business Action Center have provided support and are working with the businesses to get back onto their feet as soon as possible. They are providing a comprehensive suite of no-cost services to businesses. We, as an organization, will continue to do our part to channel resources into the hands of our needy businesses. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Choco.
So Number 9 was tabled, so we're going to skip number 9.
9A.
Not number 9, 9A, on ordinances on introduction, and go to Ordinance 2707-2024, which is an ordinance to provide for certain capital improvements in the Borough of Fairlawn and to provide for the receipt, acceptance, and deposit of grant funds, therefore, from the State of New Jersey Department of Transportation, and this pertains to Banta Place improvements. May I have a motion that ordinance number 2707-2024 be passed on introduction, advertised according to law, and that a public hearing be held on September 24th, 2024?
So moved.
Second. Discussion? Roll call.
Councilmember Salinas?
Yes.
Councilmember Kraus?
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Reinitz?
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Catrone?
Yes.
Mayor Rottenstrick?
Yes. 9C, ordinance 2708-2024, an ordinance fixing the salaries of certain employees of the Borough of Fairlawn, Bergen County, New Jersey, as amended. Deputy Municipal Clerk. May I have a motion that ordinance number 2708-2024 be passed on introduction, advertised according to law, and that a public hearing be held on September 24th, 2024?
So moved.
Second.
Discussion? Roll call.
Councilmember Salinas?
Yes.
Councilmember Kraus?
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Reinitz?
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Catrone?
Yes.
Mayor Rottenstrick?
Yes. Number 10, ordinance on final passage and adoption. Ordinance 2704-2024, an ordinance amending Chapter 125 Land Development, Section 125-41, signs of the Code of the Borough of Fairlawn 2000. May I have a motion to open the time for public comment on ordinance number 2704-2024 only?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
The time for public comment is now open on ordinance number 2704-2024 only. Please state your name. There'll be a 3-minute time limit.
Ladies first? No, it's okay. Oh, ladies first. Will it make you feel better if I go first? 'Cause it's always-
Do you have a comment about the signs?
What sign?
That's what we're talking, that's what we're talking about, yeah.
Ignore me then.
Hi, my name is Cami Osvanitz, and I'm a resident and business owner in Fairlawn. I noticed when I was on River Road, when I opened Bobley, we put up a sandwich sign, and I feel like typically, like especially in space like that, you know, it's very important for our businesses to be able to allow signage for people passing, walking, or driving. Especially, there's a lot going on, and it's when we had it out, it was very helpful. But unfortunately, we didn't know that it wasn't allowed. So somebody came around and was telling all of the businesses that we couldn't have the sandwich signs out. So we took them back in, but I just wanted to say how important I feel it is for the businesses to be able to market in that way. So I would, that's it, I guess. I would just really like to say, you know, I thank you for the consideration of changing that.
Thank you. Thank you for bringing to us, you know, information about how important it was to you and the other business owners. So we're going to have a discussion, and I don't know if there's any other public comment, but we're going to have a discussion about it.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Mayor, do you want me to go over the planning board's
Okay.
review?
First I have to...
Oh, sorry.
Is there any other comment on this ordinance? If not, I'm going to take a motion to close the time for public comment.
So moved.
Second.
The public hearing on ordinance number 2704-2024 is now closed. Can I have a motion that it be adopted? We're going to have a
Yeah,
yeah, I
why
wasn't
don't
sure
we just
actually
skip to
when
the-
to bring up the discussion
Yeah,
of the
that's why I was
planning board. Yeah. Yeah, I guess it doesn't go during public comment, but it's during council comments. So before we have a motion about adoption, we're going to hear this ordinance went, because it's an ordinance that has to do with zoning and land use. It's had to go before the planning board, and it was discussed before the planning board.
Yeah, it
Pretty
was
thoroughly?
discussed last night, and the changes to it, I think, are important, but not anything that changes the integrity of the ordinance. So the first one is just the definition. It's just removing some stuff, some information that doesn't typically belong in a definition, and just making it clear that a sandwich board is the A-frame style sign. The other two changes, one is in 17, little Roman numeral 1 is, I think, or I, is to just be clear that they can't obstruct any ADA access. And then in F, it talks about, it removed plywood. We didn't understand why plywood wasn't allowed.
So the signs can be made with plywood?
Right. Pressboard and paper made sense because that, will break down quickly. And then just the addition of the, making sure that there are nothing that's sharp protruding outside of the sign, so people are walking by. But that was it. So I didn't know if these changes, Jamie, if this means we have to, because we're on second reading here, if we have to reintroduce it with these changes? Yeah, okay. So this would be, these are substantive, okay. So then this would be now considered the first reading if we approve it, right?
If you could, they're allowed to comment, you're not bound by the comment.
Oh, okay. So then that's
You could approve it
without the changes?
without change.
Okay.
But if you seek to pursue the change.
Okay. So it would be my recommendation to make the changes that the planning board has suggested.
Jamie, can we introduce it tonight on title and then adopt it with the changes?
Yeah, you could introduce on title.
Okay.
And
Then this way the next
introduce on
meeting is
title. It's
adopted.
essentially introducing the same as will be revised by planning board comments, but by title.
Okay, so we'll do that, introduce it again by title. Do I need to read that out?
Yeah, you just need a motion that ordinance 2704 be passed on introduction, advertised according to law, and the public hearing be held on September 24th, 2024.
So can I please have a motion that the
Yes.
ordinance amending 125 Land Development Section 125-41 signs of the Code of the Borough of Fair Lawn, 2000, be passed on introduction, advertised according to law, and that a public hearing be held on September 24th, 2024.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion? Roll call.
Councilmember Salinas?
Yes.
Councilmember Kraus?
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Reinitz?
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Catrone?
Yes.
Mayor Rottenstreich?
Yes. So just to explain to the public with the changes that were incorporated tonight, we're going to be having the hearing again on September 24th, but I think that should probably be that, but we'll see then, so thank you. Ordinance 2705-2024, an ordinance amending Chapter 232, Vehicles and Traffic, Section 232-56, mid-block crosswalks of the Code of the Borough of Fair Lawn 2000. Can I have a motion to open the time for public comment on ordinance number 2705-2024 only?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
The time for public comment is now open on ordinance number 2705-2024 only. Please state your name prior to your comment, and there'll be a 3-minute time limit. Seeing no one, can I have a motion to close the time for public comment?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
The public hearing on ordinance number 2705-2024 is now closed. May I have a motion that ordinance number 2705, 2024 be adopted on second and final reading and that it be advertised according to law?
So moved.
Second.
Discussion? Roll call.
Councilmember Salinas?
Yes.
Councilmember Kraus?
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Reinitz?
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Catrone?
Yes.
Mayor Rottenstreich?
Yes. Public comment on consent agenda 15-2024 items only. Can I have a motion to open the time for public comment on consent agenda 15-2024 only?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
The time for public comment is now open on consent agenda 15-2024 items only. Please state your name prior to comment. There'll be a 3-minute time limit. Seeing no one, can I have a motion to close the time for public comment on consent agenda 15-2024?
So moved.
Second.
Roll call?
All in favor?
All in favor? Sorry.
Aye.
Aye.
Time for public, hold on. Time for public comment is now closed. Resolutions by consent, 15-2024. Will the municipal clerk please read the resolutions by consent passage?
Whereas the following resolutions 25-2024 through 267-2024, having heretofore been placed on this consent agenda, require no discussion in same, having been previously reviewed by each council member, be and are hereby adopted, ratified, and confirmed in their entirety by the mayor and council of the borough of Fair Lawn.
Thank you. Can I have a motion to pass consent agenda 15-2024?
So moved.
Second.
Roll call.
Councilmember Salinas?
Yes.
Councilmember Kraus?
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Reinitz?
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Catrone?
Yes.
Mayor Rottenstreich?
Yes. And I want to ask everybody's grace and forgiveness. It has been a very long day. New business, Deputy Mayor Catrone.
So on here, and you got through the email, is just a very standard resolution, essentially allowing us to apply for a grant, another age-friendly grant. It's not a matching grant, so we don't have to commit any money should we be awarded the grant. But this would allow us to make improvements to existing public structures and spaces. So some of the things we're looking to do is add some more age-friendly seating in any area where we have bleachers. We're looking into the option for creating a more walkable path down by where the old Walsh Pool is, around where the playground is. It could be, we're going to maybe try to also include some of the upgrades in the sound system to council chambers that we discussed during the budget process. So there's really a lot. It's up to $100,000. There's a lot that the money can be used for. Lisa McClements is working now on breaking down pricing. So the grant writer said we're going to need this resolution in order to apply. So I'm asking that we pass it this evening so we can get started on the application process.
Just a quick comment on that. When we were at Everett Park, there were a number of people who asked if we could put in a walking path around the perimeter of it so that people in the neighborhood could walk there. Is that something that might be considered?
Possibly, yeah. Those tend to be the most expensive things.
Yeah, that might exceed the $100,000.
Right, but yeah, something we can look into for sure.
Okay. So, Resolution 268-2024, a resolution authorizing an application to the New Jersey Department of Human Services Age-Friendly Grants Program. Can I have a motion to pass 268-2024?
So moved. Second.
Roll call?
Councilmember Salinas?
Yes.
Councilmember Kraus?
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Reinitz?
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Catrone?
Yes.
Mayor Rottenstreich?
Yes. Anything else on new business?
Yeah, Mayor, if I may.
Yes,
Thank you.
please.
First, I want to thank our health official, Carol Wagner, for the suggestion, but there will be email notifications going out as well. The borough was notified by Bergen County that they'll be doing mosquito spraying around town at 4 a.m. this Thursday. It is recommended that windows are closed Wednesday evening.
Thank you. Anything else? Okay. Number 14, public comments. Can I have a motion to open the time for public comment?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
The time for public comment is now open. Please state your name prior to your comment. There will be a 3-minute time limit.
That's one. Hello, Matt Beckoff. How is everybody doing tonight? I'm very upset that the new police officers who were sworn in today aren't here because I wanted to congratulate them on their new position. I also wanted to warn them that Chief Cowles has been involved in multiple lawsuits. He's currently involved in a lawsuit. I believe the borough is also involved in a lawsuit. I've asked the borough for a comment. I was told they don't comment on them. The department is currently involved in the lawsuit. Cowles, Patterson. You even have a Jane Doe who's involved in the lawsuit. So I hope that these two police officers realize what they're getting involved in, because Chief Cowles has a reputation of being a bully. Let's see. You have Andrew Flax, a dispatcher, who's accused of participating in a rape, despite not even being on the premises when the rape occurred. You have James Corcoran, C-O-R-C-O-R-A-N, who is currently asking for another investigation after a lawsuit. Basnick, Detective Basnick, who I went to, when I went to high school, Basnick was always there. Really nice guy. He won a lawsuit against Cowles and the department. I don't think there's been any comments about that either. Our acting chief of police was also involved in Basnick's lawsuit. So I'm curious, when we have a new police chief, who's actually going to pick this guy out? Is it going to be Cowles again? Cowles picks who gets to be cops, even though he has a history of 4 lawsuits that I'm aware of. So I want everyone in town in Fairlawn, where's my camera? Is that my camera or is that my camera? Which is my camera? Back there maybe? Do I have a camera? A specific camera? Whoever is watching this, I want you to Google Chief of Police, Fairlawn, lawsuits. There was an article in the Bergen Record that says Fairlawn has become ground zero for police lawsuits. Between 2018 and 2024, $240,000 of your tax dollars have gone to pay out lawsuits. Let's see. There's another lawsuit involved right now with an executive secretary who is suing for sexual harassment and retaliation. If you actually Google these lawsuits, which our council and our borough manager seems to be a little quiet about. I called your office the other day and I was told that you guys don't comment on stuff. I think you guys should comment on stuff like this. This was talked about in the prior closed meeting, right? I believe it was lawsuits was on the agenda. I'm assuming it was Cowles' lawsuits. I think publicly we should get some comments about that. In 2012, $550,000 was paid out against our former police chief, Messina. The money was paid out to Sergeant Messina. So for all the people that watch and say, oh, he's a Democrat, he's liberal, I don't care what he has to say. Don't say that you're a Blue Lives Matter person if the names Flax, Corcoran, Basnick, and Massionis don't mean anything to you. Because they're blue lives. Oh, is that me?
Yes, it is.
Have a wonderful day, everybody. Thank you.
And as you know, we don't comment on pending litigation.
I'm very aware
Thank
of
you.
that. Thank you. I just want people in town to be aware of that.
Seeing no one else, can I have a motion to close the time for public comment?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
The time for public comment is now closed. Resolution 254-2024, executive closed session of August 13th, 2024. Pending litigation, personnel matters falling within attorney-client privilege. Will the municipal clerk please read the closed session resolution?
Whereas NJSA 10412B allows a public body to enter into a closed session during a public meeting, and upon conclusion, the meeting will return to open public session, and whereas the Borough of Fairlawn has deemed it necessary to enter into a closed session, excluding the public to discuss matters that are exempt from disclosure, pending litigation, personnel matters pursuant to NJSA 10412B8, and matters falling within the attorney-client privilege. Now, therefore, be resolved that the Borough Council shall not enter into a closed session And the discussion, closed session may be made public when disclosure will not detrimentally affect any right, interest, or duty of the borough.
Can I have a motion to go into closed session?
So moved.
Second.
We need a roll call?
Yes.
Roll call.
Councilmember Salinas?
Yes.
Councilmember Kraus?
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Reinitz?
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Catrone?
Yes.
And Mayor Rottenstrike.
Yes.
Time closed session is now 9:15.